Holy freaking smokes! If you thought the rivalry between America's QUEEN Sha'Carri Richardson and St. Lucia's Julien Alfred was over after Paris 2024, you haven't been paying attention, because right now, at this very moment, we're standing on the edge of the most explosive rematch in track and field history. Let me paint you a picture. Paris 2024. The whole world is watching. Sha'Carri Richardson, the fastest woman in America, the most electrifying athlete on the planet, is supposed to destroy the competition in the 100-meter final. But Julien Alfred had other plans. In a shocking upset, Alfred crossed the line first, leaving our girl Shakari with silver. The track world lost its mind, but here's the thing about champions. They don't stay down. They get back up, and they come back harder. 1 month later in Zurich, Sha'Carri Richardson unleashed hell on that track. She didn't just beat Julien Alfred, she dominated her. Flawless technique, explosive power, pure American fury. The score was tied 1-1, and everyone knew what that meant. This rivalry was just getting started. Now it's 2025, and the stage is set for round 3 at the Miramar Invitational in Florida. This isn't just another race, folks. This is the rubber match. This is where legacies are built. This is where Sha'Carri Richardson is going to show the entire world why she's the baddest sprinter on the planet. Will Alfred try to pull off another surprise? Maybe. But let me tell you something. Sha'Carri is coming to Florida with one mission: to absolutely crush the competition and remind everyone that when it comes to American speed, there's only one name that matters. Richardson. The tension is through the roof. The anticipation is suffocating. And when these two line up on that track in Miramar on April 5th, the entire sports world will stop to watch. Because this isn't just about a race. It's about pride. It's about revenge. And it's about proving who's the real queen of sprinting. Before we dive into this epic showdown, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button right now. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single second of the action. We're bringing you all the insider details, the drama, the analysis, and the moments that'll make you jump out of your seat. Trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. Subscribe now. So buckle up, because we're about to break down everything you need to know about this legendary rivalry, why Sha'Carri Richardson is America's ultimate weapon, and why Miramar 2025 is going to be the race that changes everything. Let's go. The rivalry and Sha'Carri's dominance. You know that electric feeling when two titans collide and the entire universe holds its breath? That's exactly what we've been witnessing with Sha'Carri Richardson and Julien Alfred. This rivalry has everything: shock, awe, redemption, and the kind of raw emotion that makes sports the greatest show on earth. Let's rewind to Paris 2024, because that's where this saga exploded into the stratosphere. The Olympics. The biggest stage in sports, the 100-meter final, and everyone, and I mean everyone, had their eyes locked on Sha'Carri Richardson, the American superstar, the fan favorite, the woman with the vibrant hair, the bold attitude, and the fire in her heart. Sha'Carri was supposed to dominate. She was supposed to bring that gold medal home to the U.S.A., but Julien Alfred, the quiet storm from St. Lucia, had been lurking in the shadows. When that gun went off, Alfred exploded out of the blocks and crossed the finish line first, snatching Olympic gold and leaving Sha'Carri in silver position. 0.15 seconds behind. The track world was stunned. Social media went nuclear. And Sha'Carri? She took that silver medal like a warrior takes a battle scar, with dignity, with grace, and with the burning knowledge that this story was far from over. But here's what separates legends from everyone else: They don't make excuses. They don't disappear. They come roaring back. 1 month later at the Weltklasse Zurich Diamond League, Sha'Carri Richardson stepped onto that track with a look in her eyes that said everything. You got me once, never again. And then she delivered one of the most dominant performances of her entire career. She didn't just beat Julien Alfred, she obliterated the competition, explosive power off the blocks, perfect form through the drive phase, and that finishing speed, absolutely unstoppable. When Shakari crossed that line first, she wasn't just winning a race. She was sending a message to the entire track world. I'm still here, I'm still the best, and I'm just getting started. The score was tied 1-1. The rivalry was official, and suddenly everyone realized we were watching something special, a clash between two phenomenal athletes that could define an entire era of women's sprinting. Now let's talk about what makes Sha'Carri Richardson so unbelievably special. First off, she's only 25 years old, but she's already been through more adversity than most athletes face in their entire careers. In 2021, she faced a suspension that could have ended her dreams. The critics came out in force. People counted her out. People said she was done, but Sha'Carri did something incredible. She turned all that pain, all that disappointment, all that doubt into fuel. She came back stronger, faster, and more focused than ever before. At Paris 2024, yes, she got silver in the 100 meters behind Alfred, but let's not forget what happened next. She anchored the U.S. women's relay team to a gold medal. When her country needed her most, when the pressure was at its highest, Sha'Carri delivered. That's what champions do, but Sha'Carri isn't just an athlete, she's a cultural icon. With her bold fashion choices, her colorful hair, her unapologetic personality, and her emotional honesty, she's connected with fans in a way that transcends sports. She's shown young girls across America that you don't have to fit into anyone's box. You can be yourself, you can be loud, you can be proud, and you can still be the best. She's opened up about her struggles, her mental health challenges, and how she channels everything into her racing. In a world that often expects black women to be strong but silent, Sha'Carri is flipping the script. She's vulnerable, she's powerful, and she's absolutely real. And let's talk about that viral moment with streamer iShowSpeed, who challenged her to a race. Instead of ignoring it, Sha'Carri hit back with an open invitation to train together. That's the kind of energy she brings. Fun, competitive, fearless, and completely unbothered by the noise. Heading into Miramar, you know Sha'Carri isn't looking to lose. She knows Alfred is dangerous. She knows the whole world is watching. But if history has taught us anything, it's this. Sha'Carri Richardson shines brightest under pressure. When the lights are on, when the stakes are highest, when everyone doubts her, that's when she's most dangerous. And Julien Alfred, she better be ready because America's fastest woman is coming for blood. Miramar Invitational and what's at stake. So what exactly makes the Miramar Invitational such a massive deal? Simple. It's the first major showdown of 2025, and it's absolutely loaded with world-class talent. Held in Florida on April 5th, this meet is basically a preview of what's to come for the rest of the season, and it's going to be electric. Besides the much-anticipated rematch between Sha'Carri Richardson and Julien Alfred, the field is stacked. We're talking about Shericka Jackson, the Jamaican powerhouse with 5 Olympic medals, including relay gold from Tokyo 2020. She's fast, she's experienced, and she's always lurking. Then there's Keishane Thompson, who clocked an insane 9.77 in the 100 meters in 2024, making him the fastest man of the year. He grabbed silver at Paris and he's hungry to prove he's the real deal. Add in Stephen Gardner, the Olympic champion in the 400 meters, plus Tajay Gale in the long jump and Daniel Dodd-Thomas in the shot put. And you've got a meet packed with power, precision, and pride. But here's why Miramar 2025 is extra special. It's not just about who wins or loses, it's about momentum. It's about setting the tone for the entire season. With Milano, LA 2028 on home soil, and Brisbane 2032 in the distance, these early season meets are critical. Athletes are building their cases for greatness. Fans are getting their first taste of what's coming. And sponsors? They're watching closely to see who's marketable, who's consistent, and who has that undeniable star power. When Sha'Carri Richardson takes her marks in Miramar, she's not just racing for a trophy. She's racing for rankings, for respect, for endorsements, and for legacy. If she wins, she reclaims her throne and sends a message to the world. Paris was a fluke. Zurich was the real Shakari. And moving forward, anyone who wants to beat her better bring their absolute A game, because America's queen doesn't lose twice. And let's not forget the bigger picture. LA 2028 is on home soil. Can you imagine the energy, the crowds, the pressure? Whoever's dominating now will be the face of Team USA when those Olympics roll around. And there's no way Shakari is letting that opportunity slip through her fingers. This race at Miramar could shift everything. It could change confidence levels. It could shift Shakari, and Julien know it. Julien Alfred is incredibly talented. Let's give credit where it's due. She's humble, she's focused, and she's already made history for St. Lucia. Her Olympic gold was legendary, and she deserves every bit of respect. But when it comes to raw fire, to that killer instinct, to that absolutely relentless competitive spirit, Sha'Carri Richardson is on another level. She's been knocked down before. She's been criticized, doubted, and written off. And every single time, she's come back stronger. Miramar is where Shakari reminds everyone why she's the baddest woman in track and field. So here's the bottom line. April 5th, Miramar Invitational, Florida. The whole track world will be watching. Sha'Carri Richardson, America's queen, is stepping onto that track with one goal: absolute domination. Julien Alfred might have pulled off a miracle in Paris. She might be fast, she might be talented, but Shakari has something that can't be taught: heart, that unbreakable will, that American grit. This isn't just about who's faster, it's about who wants it more. It's about who's willing to leave everything on that track. And if there's one thing we know about Sha'Carri Richardson, it's that when the moment is biggest, when the pressure is crushing, when everyone's watching, she delivers. Julien Alfred, welcome to America. Welcome to Sha'Carri's house, and get ready to witness greatness. Because when that gun goes off in Miramar, the world is about to be reminded of something very important. Sha'Carri Richardson is the fastest woman in America, and she's about to prove it again. Let's go, USA. What do you think? Is Sha'Carri taking this W? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more track and field action.